Welcome to the Midgard Press. My name's Jay. So, the Eel Beast. This is another sea serpent. But this one, it's lives in a lake, looks very large, and it's a pale eel. Interesting. Its glistening body is fast and strong, and would like nothing more than to wrap itself around the player character's legs and drag them down into the deep. So I've only had a chance of using the Eel Beast once. And in that one time, it did actually devour a player character. And I'll tell you why afterwards. So, ferocity is 2, size is normal, movement is 18, armor is none, and HP is 32. So, it's only got a D4 in attacks. It's not a D6 like normal, it's a D4. But a D4 is fine because that's all you need. Trust me. So, one of the D4, tail swipe. The sea serpent swipes its tail at a player character within 10 meters. The attack inflicts 2d6 bludgeoning damage and knocks the victim down. 2 of the D4, ferocious bite. The sea serpent bites a player character with its razor-sharp teeth. The attack inflicts 2d8 slashing damage. 3 of the D4, drowning. The sea serpent pulls a player character into the deep, and the victim immediately begins to drown as per page 53 in the rulebook. The player character cannot move or perform actions that require body movement except trying to break free, which takes a strength roll with a bane. Others can assist. 4 of the D4, constriction. Now, is that something that you all have noticed? The higher number of the attacks, either 4 of a D4 or 6 of the D6, it's always the one that hurts the most. Have y'all noticed that? Or is it just me? Okay. 4 of the D4, constriction. The eel wraps its tail around a player character and tries to squeeze the life out of them. The attack inflicts 2d4 bludgeoning damage and an additional 2d4 every time is the victim's turn. The victim cannot move or perform actions that require body movement except trying to break free, which makes a strength roll with a bane. Others can help. Yeah, y'all. Yeah, the Eel Beast is not to be messed around with. You know, it's not large. It's not um the typical sea serpent that you would think. It's normal. It's 2 meters. It's just like any other player character. It's roughly 6 feet long. But if you get close enough, it will bite you. And if it bites you, it's probably going to drag you underneath. Plain and simple. Actually says right here, the Eel Beast. Something lurks beneath the surface. A hungry sea serpent that dwells in the lake and attacks anyone who gets in the water. A player character watching the lake for a while can make an awareness to notice something moving in the water. That's what it does, ladies and gentlemen. It just waits and waits and waits until you get either close enough or in the water and you're a goner. So, the only time you encounter the Eel Beast is in Oracle Cave. Now, I've only run Oracle Cave once, and the player characters did not they did not actually encounter it the first time. I just explained that there was something in the water and they didn't know what it was. I kind of made it like where, you know how when you're fish or when you're by a lake and you sometimes like bigger fish like bass, they'll come up and they'll skirt the water so it makes a sound and whatnot, and it makes a little wave. That's what I attempted to do with the Eel Beast. I essentially did the same thing, so that way it kind of enticed the players to inspect it a little bit more, hopefully to draw them in so I could attack them with the Eel Beast. It did not work. Okay, it did not work. But later on, they were going across a bridge, and unfortunately, one of the player characters decided, hey, like I told them, you just have to go slow across the bridge, and I will not make you roll for it. You're fine. Just, it's going to take you all like 30 minutes to cross this bridge one by one. And one of the characters was like, no, I don't want it to take that long. I want to run. I said, you want to what? They said, I want to run. So I was like, okay, sure. Acrobatics to make sure that you can keep your balance. And they failed it, which is funny because they had like a 16 or something like that, a 15 or a 16, which don't get me wrong. You know, when you are rolling dice, there's 20 sides to the D20. You know, regardless if you have a 15 or a 16, there's still that small little opportunity that you could fail, and they failed. So they fell. I forget how far they fell down, but there was like the way that it's explained in the um, book, in the adventure book for this specific spot. There was no way to get out of the water. It's basically like just this giant pool of nothingness, and they took fall damage. Okay, don't get me wrong, they took fall damage, and they had just a little bit left. But then they encountered the Eel Beast, and the Eel Beast won. Plain and simple. It was fantastic. Like even the player character had a ball doing it. But like, really, you're gonna run? Why? Why? Oh, player characters. Gosh, players. Um, but yeah, I mean, the Eel Beast, you can easily use it somewhere else, anywhere that's water involved. I highly suggest using it because just like what was it, 2 episodes ago with the White Death, you know, these water monsters, they don't get used a lot at all because there's not a lot of water within the you know, the Misty Vale. Unless you're in some dungeon or unless you're in some random area below the ground. So use these monsters more. You know, if you're doing some kind of water themed adventure, whether it be in a mountain, underground, in a dungeon, in a crypt, or where water is normally found, lakes, rivers, or ocean, include the Eel Beast. I promise you won't be disappointed. So as always, like this video. That's number one, like this video. Second thing, how would you use the Eel Beast more? Which of these attacks seems interesting to you? Tell me about it in the comments. And as always, share this video. Share this video with people that you know that enjoy TTRPGs, enjoy nerd games. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your GM. Let them use this game on, or let them use this monster on you. Or as you, the GM, use this on your players. But until next episode, you all live on and game on.